This is a sign that you're dealing with a narcissist. When you cry and the things that they say or the way that they respond to you crying, right? So I was just watching a video and it was about a lady that lost her channel, right? And basically, the person that was commenting about it was making fun of her in some sense because she was crying, right? And remember the smear campaign when you're dealing with narcissists, right? So keep in mind, I have my channel here. And believe you me, some of these channels, the video editor apps that they use, the time and work that they put into their videos is very extensive. Okay, but this person called the person that lost their channel a bum, basically was making fun of her while she was crying and stuff like that. And it can be vice versa. Remember, the roles can be in reverse. In this case, it was a female and there was a male that was acting narcissistic, right? But I don't know if you've ever cried about something in front of a narcissist, whether you be male or female, or shown that you were hurt and they make fun of you, say, oh, you're crying for nothing, telling you to just go ahead and start doing some chores around the house, just get over it and stuff like that. But this is one thing I can say. I would say the lady crying about her channel being lost is a big deal, right? She really invested a lot in that channel. I think she had, from what I remember, because I used to be subscribed to her, and I just noticed that her the notifications from new videos weren't showing up in my feed, right? And so I think she had over 25,000 subscribers. So I'm saying that to say this. When people have channels, they're putting work into their channels, y'all. Coming up with video ideas, taking the time to do the video, using their talents, doing videos unscripted. Like right now, there's no script to this video. I come up with a subject. I try my best to relay what I'm saying to you in such a manner that you can understand me. I try to be considerate of the background noise. Like right now, I'm on my exercise bike. I don't have a big fancy video editor app right now. But I will, as my channel grows, I will move more into that. But my focus now is uploading videos, exercising, helping people, and stuff like that. So if you're ever in a situation and you see someone basically crying because they lost their channel and they had over 25,000 subscribers, I get it. I get it. I mean, that lady, she used to do lives, and some of her lives were over 2 hours. I mean, she had people calling in, so I get it. So the main reason I'm doing this video is to let you know this. How the narcissist reacts when you cry about something that happened to you. And remember this, the reason they make fun of it, laugh at you and stuff like that, it's a form of hate towards you. They probably were jealous in the first place that you had your channel. And they don't have the empathy to understand why you're crying. Because in order for them to understand why you're really crying, they would have to look into your world to understand that you put a lot of work and invested in your channel, right? And it's a job. I mean, you get over 25,000 subscribers. She was monetized. She was getting paid for that. So anybody that's getting paid and putting in the hours and the work, they're not a bum. Just because they're not going to like a 9 to 5 job. And we're so quick, or some people, not me, we're so quick to use this bum word. You know, I was talking to a sister over within the last couple of weeks, and we were talking about this bum word. And that word is really overused, if you ask me, because the word bum, it's basically being used to describe people that are doing something different than what the other person is doing. So if you go work at Target or whatever retail job, McDonald's or whatever, just name any retail job that you could think of. And this person works at the hospital, and they're judging each other. Well, you're a bum because you work at Target, but you're a bum because you work at the hospital. They just work at different places. It doesn't make someone a bum. You know, I guess what I look at, what I would think it would be a real bum is someone that doesn't allocate for their time properly. They're not their time is not being filled with enough positive activities where their life can show some form of improvement. To me, that's what a true bum would be, I guess, if you were to use the word. However, I'm going to be honest with you. We all been a bum at some point. I don't care if you a bum over the weekend. If I decide one weekend I'm going to just sleep in every day, most of the day, me and the whole family, we a bum for that weekend. Or are we bums? Are we really bums when we paid our mortgage and rent? So I would suggest watching that word. I hear that word a lot. I've heard it a lot. I've heard it used. And I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the time, when someone calls you that, you're not a bum. You're just not. I mean, it's just a smear. And it's just showing that you're doing something that they're not doing. I mean, a lot of times people think when you have your own business, you're a bum. You know, just because you decide, okay, well, I don't want to go work for a big company, but I want to do my own auto repair shop out of my garage, right? I remember not too long ago, I helped someone get their bike repaired, right? And the bike repair shop that we ended up going to get it repaired, it was at someone's home. I mean, this gentleman had a bike repair shop in his garage, and him and his son basically ran it. I mean, when I got there to the bike repair shop, the gentleman's, I think his son is about, I think he was about 11 or 12 maybe. And he was checking us in. I mean, he was working. I mean, his dad had him trained, y'all. I mean, he's basically raising a business owner. You know, his son should be able to take over that business. And it was bikes everywhere. I mean, beautiful setup. But it was in his garage. I mean, but somebody could drive by him and say, oh, that's a bum. No, he's a business owner, not a bum. So if someone calls you that, don't worry about that. You know, people call you bums. I mean, somebody might say you a bum because you're listening to YouTube videos, or I could be called a bum because I make YouTube videos. There could be a lot of assumptions made that I don't earn a real living, or no one in my home has a job. I mean, you know, just because somebody's making YouTube videos does not mean that that's their primary career. I mean, I genuinely want to help people. I genuinely think it's a positive way to spend your time. if that makes sense. So, yeah, the thing with narcissists is don't be crying around those people, y'all. I mean, you got to watch who you're crying around. If you cry around somebody and they don't really have no empathy, and then sometimes on the other end, it's the narcissist crying because they really think that they're being attacked and they're the victim. I mean, it's kind of like the person that just beat on somebody is filled with all the tears. That type of philosophy. So, yeah, narcissists, they don't care nothing about your tears. And just watching that video, I mean, in that particular case, that person just did not see why the other person was crying about their channel. And see, I used to watch this sister's channel, right? And like I said, I just had thought about her from here and there, from time to time, and I just didn't know what happened, you know. And so basically, her channel was taken down. And yeah, I mean, just, it's sad. You know what I mean? It's very sad. I don't even have no 25,000 subscribers. But I would feel some kind of way just from the work I put in with my channel. You know what I mean? You invest time. I mean, like me, I've had my channel over a year. So, yeah, that would be pretty sad, you know? I mean, sometimes I feel a little sad when it takes too long for the video to upload, y'all. Not really sad, but I'd be kind of frustrated, you know, because it's your job. So, okay, if you're at work and you're doing a file at work, say you're a secretary or office, you work as an administrator in the office or something, do you want that file to take 2 hours to complete it, or would you like to complete it in 30 minutes? I mean, you might want to complete it in 30 minutes so you can move on to the next file. So it's things that go on like that. And I'm just kidding, y'all. I don't be breaking down crying, but me sharing this example with you, I just want you to know there is work and there is things that go on behind the scenes. You probably never realized that it can take, in some cases, depending on when you upload your YouTube video, it can actually take an hour to 2 hours. Sometimes it's taking longer. It just depends on, I think it depends on how many videos are being uploaded through the YouTube stream or something like that. Sometimes the uploads are really quick, sometimes they're not. The longer your video is, the longer it's going to take for it to upload. So it is work, y'all. And never forget this. Usually, I don't have a script, right? So, now don't get me wrong. I've done videos where I've like wrote down a little list. It just depends on what I'm talking about, right? But it's not just the job, it's the drop of talent that you're putting in what you're doing, right? So, like me, I'm a speaker, okay? I speak. I love to speak. I love to fix problems. I like to talk about problems. I like to learn. So you're just bringing that drop of talent in this channel. And all YouTubers are doing that. I mean, so start looking at YouTubers a little different, y'all. Please don't look at them like bums. Most YouTubers have other incomes coming in. Even if they are monetized, their YouTube channel is not their complete revenue. That's not where they're earning all their monies from, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I just, and normally, you know, I've heard and seen people that have been called bums and stuff. And I've never agreed with who called them a bum. I just didn't see it. I just saw that it was some kind of label. Um, I've never, that's not something, I've been called names, but I don't think I've ever been called that. Yeah, I don't remember. Not that I can remember, y'all, but I have been called a lot of other names during my life, but not that name. But it doesn't matter, you know, there's different names that people will be called. You know what I mean? But maybe for me, I mean, a lot of times, it would have been hard to call me that. I'm not gonna lie, because it's been times I've worked 3 jobs. Okay, and I mean literally 3 jobs where I was working 75, 80 hours a week. Okay, I might have would have snapped if somebody called me a bum. I don't know. I might have got a charge or something. You know what I mean? Because I've worked a lot of jobs. So yeah, and I think somebody knew better than to call me that, for real. I've never been called that. However, like I said, I've been called other things, right? Or people have made other assumptions about me. So yeah, let's just watch that bum word. And what I'm going to say, one YouTuber says this. He always say in these YouTube streets, you know, he's funny. And yeah, in these YouTube streets, we ain't no bums, y'all. We just people trying to help. We trying to do something positive with our time. I'd rather be on this video than hanging out with some narcissists. Okay, and I'm just trying to transfer some of that energy so you will do better. I try to motivate y'all to exercise. At this point, somebody should be on their bike listening to my videos at this point. Somebody might not comment that they do that, but I bet you somebody do it. Because I'm talking about walking and exercising too much. Somebody probably went and bought them an exercise bike. Or they're going to the gym now. Okay, so yeah, let's just be nice and let's try to be mindful ourselves. If we're ever in a situation and somebody's crying, let's show compassion for them and consciously be nice. And then in your soul, feel that niceness for them, because everybody's shedded a tear at one point, you know, and so you got to think about how it feels when you cry. But yeah, that's just something narcissists do. They do not care about somebody crying, and they just don't care. I mean, maybe some of the stuff that he felt, but where I drew the line is when I started shedding the tears. And I know that them tears was genuine, you know, and I could kind of feel that pain. I said, wow. And I just started having flashbacks of all of the lives that I would be on watching her. And I really enjoyed her lives. And I'm sorry that that happened to the sister, you know. So if y'all feel something about it too, leave a comment. And you can just tell me how you feel. Or just like the video. So please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much.